25. That's the goal. At 25, I'm gonna be married. I already have like 3 kids or two kids. I'll be a consultant. That's what I want to laugh about. I'll be a consultant. I'll be married, 2 kids. I would have bought like 10 houses in Lagos. I would have done this. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra Boneme, and if you're new to the Jesus Christ, what's that sound? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra Boneme, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. You're in the right place. Please subscribe. It's super easy. All you need to do is click on the subscribe button down below and you get access to premium content. If you've been following my channel, if you subscribed already and you've been watching my videos, I want to appreciate you because you are simply the best. Again, I will constantly say YouTube is a struggle, and when I see you guys watch my videos, it keeps me going and it makes me want to continue to shoot. I want to continue to put out content. So thank you so much for constantly supporting me. In today's video, I had a different plan for today's video. I wanted to talk about the quarter life crisis. You know, a lot of people talk about midlife crisis and all that. I wanted to talk about the quarter life crisis. And what I had done initially was I had put out this question thing on Instagram and I had asked people, you know, what they thought about what scares them the most about being in their 20s, you know. And I got a couple of responses. And then I decided that I was going to, you know, get some people to come record with me and listen, you know, would have like a banter. But then I sat down and I'm like, this is my story. This is something that I am very concerned about. And I said, you know what, rather than make it like a group thing, why don't I actually sit down and have a conversation with you guys and, you know, talk to you about some things that I really fear about being in my late 20s. So if you don't know, I officially entered late 20s last year, November. And initially, from the start, I am never under pressure being in my 20s, especially when people try to pressure me. I'm not under pressure at all. But then I sat down and I'm like, Sandra, what is going on? And when I asked the question and I realized that like a lot of people were feeling the same way that I was feeling, I said I needed to talk and, you know, just get it off my chest. So we're in this era of social media, and I think one thing I have learned is on social media, especially like Instagram, nobody is going to come and put out their failures. It's never going to happen. So what you see on Instagram is what people want you to see. What you see on social media is what people want you to see, right? And then you get to see a lot of smiling faces, a lot of people being happy, a lot of great things happening to people, and then you ask yourself, why can't I celebrate? Why am I not celebrating like these people? Did something happen to me? Why am I not having good news? That's how I feel sometimes. But then you sit down and you realize that you're actually better than a whole lot of people out there. Like your life is better than a whole lot of people out there, right? And you then ask yourself, why am I being under a lot of pressure? So let me tell you something. Gone are those days where people in their 20s don't control as much money. You know, before, you know, for people to control money, you see them in their 30s, their 40s. That has changed, especially since the onset of technology. Now we have tech bros and tech sis who make a lot of money. And I feel like a lot of us are just under immense pressure to join this whole tech thing. So, for example, every time I open my Twitter, there's always a space on tech. And initially, I had some sort of passion towards tech. Like I wanted to participate in something that would not majorly involve me coding, but like other branches of technology. Because I see it like a lot. I'm like, is this really for me? You know what I mean? Like, do I really have that passion? Like everybody is in tech. Everybody has UI UX designer on their name. Everybody has product designer, product manager. But I'm like, there's so much more, you know, to life right now, in my own opinion, than tech. But like, if you're not in that tech space, people look at you like you don't have any goal in life. You don't have any plan. Like I've heard people come to talk to me and ask me, "Oh, Sandra, why are you not in tech? Why are you not doing health tech?" But what if I like clinical medicine? What if I don't want to do tech? You know what I mean? Like, what if I just want to chill? Why are we under so much pressure, right? I feel like we in our 20s are under so much pressure. So when I sit down, I remember growing up when I was a child, I say, oh, 25, that's the goal. At 25, I'm going to be married. I already have like 3 kids or two kids. I'll be a consultant. That's what I want to laugh about. I'll be a consultant. I'll be married, 2 kids. I would have bought like 10 houses in Lagos. I would have done this. I had so much on my plate. Like I really wanted to achieve so much at 25. And then I clocked 25. Where was I at 25? Oh yeah, I was just about to start NYC at 25. Yeah, that's what happened. Abby? No. 25 was 25 was COVID. I wasn't just about to what? So I was supposed to start NYC, but that didn't happen, right? So I eventually started NYC later. So I was just in a limbo at 25, just floating because COVID had happened. And then every single plan that I had in my head, obviously, wasn't happening. Did I have the 10 cars and houses I expected? No. Was I already married? No. I think I was even going through like a breakup at the time. Yeah. Did I have my kids? No. Was I a consultant? I said I'm struggling for NYC, so clearly no, right? So we have so many expectations, and then in the end, when we don't achieve it, we just become so downcast. And then we see people that are achieving things that we thought we're going to achieve. And then we start to compare ourselves and start to put ourselves under immense pressure, which is what is happening, right? See, every time I open Twitter, I think I need to stay away from Twitter. Before I used to think like LinkedIn will put so much pressure on you because you just open and see CEO of XYZ, all that kind of big things. And then you'll be like, hey, I'm not a CEO. Like, what am I doing? That kind of thing. But Twitter now, everybody's earning in dollars. You just see, I got my dream job and I'm earning in pounds. I got my dream job and I'm earning in dollars. And you're sitting down earning in naira and you're asking yourself, is there something wrong with me? Like, why can't I come out and celebrate like that? Like, why am I not earning in dollars? Why am I not earning in naira? How's my age mate earning 8,000 US dollars? How? I mean, where did I go wrong? And how is my age mate already like married with 2 kids? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? Why is this not happening? And then you just sit there and you just keep asking yourself all these kind of questions and you're just under so much pressure. And I've just realized that, I can't deal. I will not put myself under this immense pressure. I wouldn't. I feel like, that statement where they say like man plans, man proposes, God disposes or something. There's this statement that people make. I've come to realize that like it's my job to plan, but it's God that literally like aligns my plan. You know what I mean? Like, so if I say, I want to build my first house, or I want to make my first million at 20, and then God says, no, why don't we do it at 22? And then I make it at 22. It feels like I have failed at 20, but the truth is that's just like what God's plan was for me, So I have learned to stop putting myself under unnecessary pressure and just enjoy life, honestly. Because, you would constantly, continuously see people who are better than you. I'm not saying you should accept being subpar or accept the ordinary or tell yourself, just because this person is earning in dollars and I'm not, let me not strive to earn in dollars. That's not what I'm saying. You should constantly improve yourself. Self-development is the goal, and you should constantly do everything humanly possible and legally possible to make money. But do not put yourself under so much pressure to achieve something that is not your time. I think that's a word. Okay, another thing I've noticed is like, again, like with this age 20s, from 20 to 29, like a lot of things are happening. You see a lot of people talking about cryptocurrency. This is a personal experience. I decided to buy crypto because everybody was talking about crypto around me. And I'm like, Sandra, you haven't joined the bandwagon. And then I think at that time it was Dogecoin that was reigning. I remember someone calling me. I was like, Sandra, have you bought Doge? This thing is rising. And then I just quickly opened like one account at that time. This was like last year. And then I bought Doge. And before I knew it, it crashed to the ground. Loss was made. It made me realize that a lot of us do not research before going into some of the things we go into. You know what I mean? We just hear, and because we've heard it and because we've seen a lot of people doing it, we just decide that, let's do it. Will I make that mistake again? Nope. I realized that I'm not a high risk, high reward person. I'm a low risk person. I don't have the heart for it. And I'm not going to join people that have the heart to make that kind of mistake. There's some people that will lose 10 million today and will not feel it. If I lose 10 naira, I can literally start crying. That's how I am, literally. So like, sit down and ask yourself, like, what kind of person am I? Am I a high risk person or am I a low risk person? Do I want high reward or am I good with like, steady rewards that are coming, And then again, the key word here is do not put yourself under immense pressure. Do not. Do not. And do not be jealous of people. Right now, when I see people that I know that are doing so great for themselves, I'm not jealous. I'm just like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Great. God, when? God, do my own. And then I try to work hard and get to that point, But I don't think jealousy is important. I don't think it's necessary for you to be jealous at this point. I don't think it is. But I just know that like quarter life crisis is a thing. And I know that there's so many people out there who sit down and are thinking, why is my life not going the way I thought it would go? I think the key message here for me is you can plan, but God will schedule. God would arrange your plan. And this is not me being like a pastor or whatever. This is what I believe. This is what I work with. I just set realistic goals for myself these days. Oh, okay, so I want to do XYZ in the next 3 months. I want to do ABC in the next 6 months, next 1 year. If I have a big break, thank you, Jesus. If I don't, thank you, Jesus, still, because I really cannot kill myself. I said, if you go on Twitter, you'll be confused because you see people say, 200K is small money, 500K is beans, chicken change, this, that, and I'm like, why don't they see this money? Because the streets are tough. There are people my age who haven't reached the level that I am right now. And there are people my age who have surpassed it times 1 million times. My dear, everybody has their own race at this point. I've learned not to kill myself. I'll do the best I can. I'll work at my pace. And I'll just leave everything to Jesus Christ because, He's the only one that can help me. I think that, like, again, this was very important that I talked about it. Like, a lot of us have a lot of mental health issues, depression, anxiety. And I feel like it's because we put so much pressure on ourselves. So you see someone who is doing so well and you're not there yet, and next thing you're just like, I give up. And then you go into one space and you are just there, locked, quiet. It happens, It happens. So I think so when I asked the question on Instagram, a lot of people talked about how like what scares them about their 20s is marriage. Marriage is always there, especially if you're a woman. Once you hit 26 like this, it's already ringing in your head. Like people are always asking, oh, how far? I remember going to see one of my mentors and if I was talking to him and the first question he asked me was, oh, Sandra, so tell me what's going on? How far marriage? And I'm like, I was just looking at him. And then I remember going home to my parents and I'm trying to enter into the compound. And one lady came in and she was like, oh, she has stopped eating. I'm like, oh, okay. That she's even purging. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I asked her, like, have you gone to the hospital? Because I was thinking like a doctor. And she's like, oh, I don't seem to understand what she's saying. And I'm like, clearly I don't. Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh, she stopped eating and she's purging because she's getting her stomach ready for food at my wedding. And I was just irritated because, auntie, are you joking? Do you understand? So someone said marriage was, something that scared them. Another person said they are always anxious, they have anxiety issues, and it started in their 20s. And I'm here to tell you that one of the reasons why that's happening is because you are putting yourself under immense pressure. Truth. People talked about money issues because everywhere around the world is now so expensive. You need to have good purchasing power to enjoy the kind of life you want to enjoy. And if you're working somewhere that isn't paying you, if you don't have like extra sources of income, it just makes life really difficult for you, For me, these are the things too that also add back of my head. But like I said, I have learned to just relax and just let God take total control of my life. So I'm actually curious though, if you're in your 20s or even in your 30s, what scares you? Like, what bothers you? How do you see life? Do you feel like you put yourself under immense pressure? Or, yeah, I think that's a question I want to ask. I'd appreciate if you drop your comments down below. And I really hope that this video inspired you. I was inspired after watching someone talk about the quarter life crisis. And that's why I decided I was going to talk about mine because I feel like we all go through this. And I want a situation where 1, 2, 3 years from now, I'll come back and look at this video and I'll be like, Sandra, you talked about it and now your life is better. I want to know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, now is the time to subscribe. Super easy. Click on the subscribe button down below and you get access to premium content. Spread the news about my channel to your friends, please. We're looking at getting 500 in the next couple of days. And I trust you guys to help me. Thank you.